Good evening, and thank you so much for tuning in with us. I'm Joe Duncan.
And I'm Keiada Holmes, and welcome to RAM News. It's that time of year again, Halloween. It's evident that students here at WSSU celebrate this holiday in a safe and fun way. The university's Campus Activities Board, along with the Senior Class Council, provided a movie night for all students to attend. Students were able to fellowship, enjoy food, candy, and watch the riveting film, The Conjuring. Over 200 students attended and enjoyed this spooktacular event.
Winston-Salem police responded to a call on Reich Street early this morning. When police arrived at the home, they found a man unresponsive and suffering from an apparent gunshot wound. They have not released the man's name or said what events they think may have precipitated the shooting.
Students also held an event on today for Trayvon Martin, the teenager who was fatally shot last year by George Zimmerman. Zimmerman was acquitted earlier this year of second-degree murder and manslaughter in Martin's death. On today, students gathered at the heart of the campus to remember the life of Martin. City officials and leaders joined the students for this heartfelt occasion.
And in national news, as unemployment drops, the jobless rate for post-9/11 veterans continues to climb. September's job numbers were delayed by the government shutdown, but they've just been released. For vets, the unemployment rate is in the double digits, around 10.1%, compared to a nationwide unemployment rate of 7.2%. As part of the efforts to make hiring vets a priority, there will be a veterans job fair called Hiring Our Heroes, November 7th at the Holiday Inn in South Burlington. We've put details to the link on how to register in the info center at WCAX.com.
You're about to get dumped, and you have no idea, but Facebook does. According to a new study by Cornell University, the social network can predict how healthy your relationship is. The determining factor? Well, your friends are. The study suggests couples in the healthiest relationships have their own lives as well as their own friends.
And President Obama was in Massachusetts yesterday and addressed the problems that so many Americans have been having as they try to enroll in the new health care program. Now, Massachusetts' health care system is, of course, the model for what is known as Obamacare. The president argued that Massachusetts also had a rocky rollout and lower than expected enrollment at the onset, but later gained popularity.
But if they'd work with us like Mitt Romney did, working with Democrats in Massachusetts, or like Ted Kennedy often did with Republicans in Congress, including on the prescription drug bill, we'd be a lot further along.
Obama lived in Boston while he was a student at Harvard. He was back in town for the Game 1 of the World Series, but his spokesman said that the president decided not to journey over to Fenway Park because of the headaches and inconvenience his security detail would cause the people of Boston.
You take an overdue book back to the library, you expect a fine. But jail? That's exactly what happened to a Texas man. Police picked him up after they noticed an active warrant for not returning library materials. It's actually a new ordinance in the town of Cove. The library says it was simply spending too much money to replace books that people didn't return. English, math, history, beer making? You heard it right. A Colorado high school is teaching kids how to brew. But that's not all. They get extra credit if they visit the Coors Brewery. Some parents are outraged, but the school district defended this assignment, saying that teaching students about fermentation is a standard in a biology class. But it promised to take a closer look. Until then, students can choose an alternative assignment.
Well, imagine getting the chance to share the stage with the Pope. The Pope hosted Family Weekend at the Vatican over the past few days, and on Saturday, a young boy decided that he needed to have a closer look at Pope Francis. The boy walked right onto the stage and stood right by the Pope. Some of the cardinals in attendance tried to remove the boy, but the young boy was insistent on not leaving. Not even the child's father could get him to leave the stage. The Pope took it all in stride and even allowed the child to sit in the pontiff's chair. And that is going to do it for this edition of RAM News. We thank you so much for joining us. I'm Joe Duncan.
And I'm Keiada Holmes. Good night and God bless.